Founded along a wagon trail over 160 years ago, the small town of Susanville, California is seemingly home to countless spirits, from haunted homes and cemeteries to mysterious tunnels and an abandoned hospital. I'm Kenny, your captain, and welcome to Spooky Legends of Susanville.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Kenny, your captain, and welcome back to Spooky Legends of Susanville. I've come quite a ways out to the west end of Lassen County to explore the long-lost Amity Cemetery in the ghost town of Amedee, California.
Well, the town of Amity was originally founded as a railroad terminal. It was named after an Amedee Morin. He was one of the owners of the Nevada, California, Oregon Railroad Company. There was also once a post office. It was in operation from 1890 up through 1924. Well, the town was a major focal point for shipping and trade. It also became a recreational retreat during the hot summer months. There were hotels, shops, there's the hot springs nearby, there were saloons, brothels. Gambling was a really big to-do in Amity. There were paddle boats and steamboats that used to cross Honey Lake. Around 1894, Jake Yonner, he built his first steamboat, and it was used to transport goods across Honey Lake from Milford to Amity. The boat lasted just about 4 years before he needed to replace it. Eventually, Yonner would buy a boat, his third boat. It was once used for sailing around the San Francisco Bay. It was bought in San Francisco, and it was taken to Amity via the railroad. For a while, there was also a large barge that was used to ship lumber across the lake. It was abandoned around 1911, and from what I understand, it was just left on the shore of the lake to rot away to nothing. Well, in 1913, the South Pacific Railroad decided to bypass Amity. This closed the terminal, of course, and without that major point of transportation, the town slowly died. Eventually, the buildings fell down or burnt, much like the main famous Amity Hotel.
So yeah, it was quite a drive to get out here. GPS tried to throw me for a loop and took me on the other side of that mountain. Was trying to take me down this dirt road. It wasn't the one I wanted. Obviously, I did find the dirt road that I was looking for. This is Amity Road. GPS has led me to this spot, and yeah, this is what I see. So yeah, I've stopped right at the location, and all I can really see is sagebrush at this point. So there's part of an old fence post here. Nail's still sticking out of her. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. Oh. Part of a broken bottle. Well, I thought I saw a grouping of stones, but it's just a cow pie. Looks like we got some kind of broken pottery. Some rocks. Some metal, some more wood pieces. Definitely something right here. Oh, look at this. It looks like an outline. Outline of a wall. Yeah, there was a building here. There was a building on the spot. You can clearly see its outline now that you're on top of it. Yeah, so far, this is the only thing I've seen that looks like some sort of civilization. Another piece of metal just rusting away. Yeah, it's quite amazing that once this was a thriving town that rivaled Susanville. And after Susanville's first Great Fire, I think that was 1890 something, I'm not quite sure. I'll throw the date up. But after that Great Fire, it was highly considered to move the Lassen County seat here to Amity, just because it was the only town as big as Susanville. Okay, I was taking footage of this burnt out van, and I think I heard it sounded like to me like a rattlesnake. So yeah, definitely need to keep an eye out. This is the desert. It looks to be a geothermal plant over the hot springs. I have no idea if it's still in service. It looks like I was right. Amity Geothermal Venture 1. Danger, it says it's electrified. I doubt that anymore. Looks like cattle chutes. An old utility pole. Charred. There's an old truck. A bunch of other junk basically now. Looks to be some sort of building remains. The last bit of Amity. Looks like a roof of an old building. What was underneath collapsed. Oh, once the railroad closed down, the town itself just up and died, really. There was really no other, reason for there to be a town here. Honey Lake dried up and became a former shadow of what it used to be. So there went the whole lakeside resort angle. So in 1950, the town was sold in a tax auction. And a man was able to buy the entire town for, I think it was $32, adjusted to today's money. I think that comes out to around $405. I think that's what it was. Well, by then, most of the buildings had burned down or just collapsed. Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot left back then. Looks like there was a house here. See bits of stove, bed frame. Yep, old bed frame. Look at that tank just rusted away out here in the desert. Well, we're in the middle of nowhere. I didn't think it necessary to lock the car. It's okay. We had Spooky Bear on guard. Okay, so I went back through and checked a few things online, and I found that, yeah, I was down there in the town itself of Amity, but the cemetery is in fact up here, up on the hill overlooking the town. And right off the one plaque I can see, Mel Burback, 1886, 1898, a member of Amity's first family, aunt to the renowned jazz pianist David Bierbeck, best remembered for Take 5, first performance in 1959 by the Dave Burback Quartet. You can see something was down here, but it's fallen off. I don't... maybe this was part of it. No, that's plastic. Some flowers. Well, some sort of wooden structure around it. Sunken in a little. Perhaps this is the grave itself. Yep. Shotgun shell. Apparently this is the cemetery itself. Remains of what looks like an old stereo. You can see the speaker right there. Don't really see any kind of markers except for the one. So, you know, looking at stones like these here, you know, makes you wonder, is this a grave? Because especially it is sunken in a little. I haven't seen any vehicles or heard any other vehicles, you know, quite a while. Yeah, this is out here. So a couple videos back, Missy and I explored an abandoned cemetery south of Lake Almanor. It was called the Big Flat Cemetery. Out in the middle of nowhere, nothing around. So yeah, when I was out there, before I left a solar light. I like this one here. We left it out there, so hopefully if there's any restless spirits, you know, they'd have a little light at night, you know, get them through those cold, lonely nights out there. So I've decided to do the same thing here. I'm going to leave this light out here, and hopefully it remains out here and no one disturbs it. There we go. Leave it right there on the grave proper. Seems like the best spot. Alright folks, well I think that pretty well does it for this video. I'm going to throw up some names right up here, some thank yous. I appreciate everything you do, all your contributions, you know, just give me a like and a share. It means the world to me. Speaking of which, be sure to give us a like, share, and subscribe. Definitely ring that bell for notifications. YouTube seems to like that. Also check out our Facebook group page, Spooky Legends of Susanville. There you'll find hundreds of photos and links to more of these videos. Also check down in the description of this vehicle. Wow, there goes a car. Haven't seen a car on this road in a minute. Where was I? Oh yes. Check down in the description of this video for links to the Spooky Legends of Susanville Spreadshirt store. There you can find t-shirts and apparel, as well as Spooky Legends teddy bears. All right, well, I'm Kenny, your captain. Thanks again. Hopefully I'll see you next time.